Says I'm live. Good morning. Hi. Hey, everybody. Hi, it's Becky from Power Tools with Thread. And you are, I got a problem. Let me see. My camera does not want me to do this without a chip in it. There we go. Woo, disaster averted. Hit record so that doesn't kick off. There we go. I've got it together today. I'm out of sorts because I'm in a different spot. Oh my goodness. So this is Becky and you are in our Stitchuation Room. This is a Monday through Friday stitching retreat where we kind of just do whatever we want to do in a stitching retreat. We might cut, we might sew. Today I'm going to put a binding on my American Pie quilt because I'm spending so much time making the Happy Halloween quilt and the videos and all that for you guys that I'm not getting any stitching done at all. And it's been, today would be the third day not getting a needle into a piece of fabric other than finishing the embroidery designs. So I'm standing up. I've got to kind of keep an eye on the chat. Let me grab my coffee. And you know what? Today is Friday. So have you ever heard of Wear Red for Friday? Red, remember everyone deployed. It's a thing with the military and it's very cool. So in honor of Wear Red for Friday, I'm going to have you make yourself a red quilt. This is, I'm going to give this away to you guys. This is, let me see what it's called. Why does Moda always do a hashtag Power Tools? This is called, I can't say it. If y'all know how to, it's by French General from Moda, and it's Shaffer-Connie. Shaffer-Connie. That's French, I'm sure, and I'm not good at it. So I've got a red and white jelly roll for you guys. How about that? US shipping only, please. I'm going to start up the giveaway tool. Let's see. Yep, giveaway. There we go. Why not? Tater tot. Why not? I'm going to choose that live stream and we'll do a hashtag Power Tools. Speaking of giveaway, don't forget that Sunday, we've already got 61 entries. Excellent. Don't forget that Sunday is my live where I'm going to show you some cool things that have come in that are new on the market. I've got some new fabric. I got a kit, a panel kit that I curated the kit, but a fabric I got that I'm going to make for a Christmas wall hanging coming up. I'm very excited about that. So I had a question. A couple people sent me an email, so I want to get it straight. Yesterday, I appreciate y'all saying I took one for the team. So my monster quilt blocks on Happy Halloween are going to be 9x11 instead of 9x11.5, but I will make sure in the videos that they're for the right size, 9x11.5. And I talked to Juju yesterday, and she's going to resize the designs for me. And I will let you guys know if you've already purchased them that you can go back and do another download if you like. Okay. Or you can make yours like mine and it'll be 2 inches shorter than everybody else's. Then the pattern calls for it. Either way is fine. Okay. Okay. That's right. Wear red on Fridays. That's awesome. Red is remember everyone deployed. So, that was hot. All right. So what I'm going to be, feels like heartburn going down, you guys. Woo. I have a friction marker. This is the fine point. So I use this to mark where I'm going to be. I use it to mark the corners because I want to make that 45. Okay. Good. Alrighty. Oh, it's your first time live. Hi, Diane. Welcome. Glad you made it. Glad you are here. Yeah, if you are new, pop in the chat. You need to have a Google. You need to sign into Google. And to do that, they'll give you a Gmail address. And if you don't ever use that Gmail address, that's fine. You don't have to use that for your email. But you do need that Gmail address in order to be able to log into Google. And then you can chat with us, and that's cool. Let's see. Make sure I got everybody here. Okay. And we've got a virtual kitchen. There's goodies over there already. The coffee's very hot. I just got mine, right? And so we're going to have a good time today. Now, I will also be using my 45-degree angle template. This is just a piece of plastic. I actually got this. This is from a Urban Elements. They sell long arm designs and stuff. And this is a piece of plastic that goes over, it sits on top of a paper pantograph. Back when I thought that I could do a paper pantograph, and I know I can't. Now I know I can't. But I had a 10-foot table, and this came and it was 12 feet long. So this is just the extra piece from that, this little piece of plastic. But I like it. It works well for y'all. Can use a cereal box. Got the idea from Karen Brown from Just Get It Done Quilts. Very handy. Okay. And then the other thing I'm going to be using is a product that I designed, and this is in our store. This is called the Groovy Long Arm Binding Ruler. Okay. So it's designed with 1/4-inch gap right there for your foot. You can use a ruler foot, and you can use either side. And then it's got 45-degree markings on it. This is a new rendition. We've put 45 markings on it to make it easier to make the corners. And then it has a groove on the underside of it, a groove that is grooved out. Can you see that? So the back of this groove is designed. If you have cut your strips accurately, let me see here. Let me get a piece of this. So if you've cut your binding strips accurately, the binding sits, let's see, right in that groove. It won't go any farther. See, and then it fits exactly right there on the edge. So you don't even need pins. You can just slide this down right along the edge of your quilt and just go slow, and you'll stitch it on. You don't have to manhandle the quilt at the domestic, okay? And if you long arm for other people, this is an added service that you can offer to increase your revenue, right? If you want to. So it's pretty handy, very, very handy. All right. I need to turn on alfalfa. This is the King Quilter II Elite from Sewing Machines Plus. I got this year, very happy with it. And I went from a 21 down to an 18, and I really love the 18 size because I can reach behind it and turn it on. I don't have to run around the other side of the frame, which is really nice. This is a 10-foot frame, also from Sewing Machines Plus. Come alive. Come alive. And I have, I'm using isocord on top, 40 weight isocord on top, and 50 weight so fine in the bobbin. It's just what was there. I'm not going to switch out the bobbin. So this is it. Y'all, this is just basically a sewing machine. That's all it is. I won't be using the Pro Stitcher software today at all. So, okay. I really like this week's videos. Each day seems, oh, good. You're welcome, Sue. You're very welcome. So when I put a binding on by the long arm, a lot of you are not long armers and you're just here to chit chat and just kind of watch. And that's fine. I get that. That's fine. But I got to get this done, you know, because I got other stuff to put on the long arm. So I do this exactly the same way as I would if I was sitting at a domestic machine. I will go ahead. You got a you got a 10-foot frame. Good. Yeah, they do take up quite a bit of space. But this room is 22 feet long. My room is 22 by 22 or 21 by 21 or something. Yeah, 21 by 21. It's a 2-car garage. Okay. Paula's going to try binding on the long arm today. So if you're not a long armor, all you're doing is attaching the binding to the front, and that's it. And you leave the opening so that you finish it at the domestic or hand bind it, whichever you want. You know, I'm not doing that. So I eked out the backing on this. I got down to nothing because I use sew tights, and sew tights require more backing to go up the over behind the idler rail and up on top. Otherwise, they stick to the bed of the machine and they stick to the idler rail, and it's a hot mess. So I need to put on my ruler base, and I need to change out my foot. So let me get my ruler base. That's right here. And this one's really cool. I like this ruler base. This is pretty neat. So I've never seen a ruler base that didn't have a screw in it. So this is so cool the way it's designed, right? It just fits on. There's like little forks underneath the machine, and it just slides right on, and it stays put. It's great. So all right. I'm going to set this down. Oh, and you guys had asked me many times about my drawers under my long arm. These are from Wayfair, and I put a link to them below underneath this video because I thought you guys might ask. So I went ahead and did that. But I keep everything that I need right here in that little drawer from my long arm. And I got the Sure foot, and it has a taller foot to be able to not slip underneath the needle. And I keep the little key, the little hex wrench, I marked it to change my foot. And it comes with a little screw. So I have the glide foot on there right now. I got to change that out. That's the ruler base for the baby lock as well. Cool. Okay. So you guys, I'm just going to take you along for the ride, y'all. This is my world. This is how it goes. So I need to loosen this. I got to change this out. I love this little glide foot. Oh my goodness. It is so nice. I have to take it off the quilt or it won't come off. Turn. There we go. And this thing has a little collar that holds it on to the foot. And the foot comes with the screw and the little collar. There we go. Now, so there's the screw and the little collar. It's so that you don't screw directly into the plastic. It has a little metal collar. Now, and then I can just put the other one on. Super easy. I wish they would design a quick connect. Wouldn't that be nice, huh? Get under there. I guess if you got thick fingers, it might be kind of hard. It's also really hard at 7:10 in the morning, huh? I should have done this last night. I just got to get it started. Boy. I love quick connects. If they would, that'd be nice if they could do that for these machines. Let me put that in there. Get in there. There you go. Oh, am I have the right screw? Yeah, and the one for the glide foot is a different length. than the one for the sure foot. Look at that. They're different lengths. So you got to get the right one. With all the advancements in these machines, you think they'd come up with a quick connect foot. There we go. I got it. Okay. Pull that up tight. There we go. Perfect. Awesome. All right. And then I need to get that ruler base on. Let me put my screw and the collar and the foot. So I just take the sure foot box because I don't use this all the time. And I just pop the glide foot in there so that stays put while I'm using this, because I'll take it off and put the glide foot back on. I get that. Yeah. Okay. Oh. And then there are, let me move you to the side so you can see. The handles are in the way. There's these two little, there's one right here and there's one right there. Okay. And those just fit. It rips down. This just sits in like this and you just push it. There, it's on. Ta-da! How easy was that? That's cool, isn't it? Let's see. I'm looking at comments, you guys. All right. So I'm just going to get to going on this. I think I'm going to roll the quilt back a little bit to start a little higher on the side, just like I would a domestic. Sitting at the domestic machine. You know, I would start further up on this side up here. So let me, I need to do that one. Turn this loose. There, I'll start right about there. That'll be fine. Okay. Such a pretty quilt. Oh my goodness, I love this quilt. Sometimes I don't mess with the grips when I'm doing this, but I want this to be really right, so I'm going to. It just depends on my tensioning, how taut I've got it pulled on this rail. All right. Uh-oh. If Frito comes in, I have a goldfish for her. I've been up since 3 a.m. too, Carol. So I don't know why. Oh, Carolyn, how exciting. She's taking 4 Longarm classes at Paducah next week. That's awesome. Okay, so I'm going to take, this is the raw edge here of the binding. And I'm just going to set it up here on the edge and leave about that much of a tail. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to take these off. Those are annoying. And then just get this under the foot. Okay. And let me see here. I'm just setting that right on the edge right there. So needle down, needle up. Let's pull that bobbin up. No, don't do that. Sometimes this is the toughest part right here. trying to pull the threads all the way through the foot as well as bring up the bobbin. There we go. Okay. And I'm just gonna, now I'm gonna put this on with a, 12 stitches per inch. Do you guys have a favorite? 11, 12, 10 on, let's see. All righty. It's on 12 stitches per inch. So I'm just going to go back and forth a little bit to kind of get it started. One of the things I love about this machine is that it does not time out. That is so stinking handy. Oh my goodness. So again, I don't have to, I'm just going to go real slow. I've got the binding pushed right up against. So my foot now is right up against the edge of the ruler. I'll show you up close. And I've got a perfect 1/4 inch seam. My repair guy, Jason, is an engineer. And he cut these for me. It was my design, and he cut these rulers for me. He's got a laser cutter. So the edge of the foot is directly on the edge of the binding, and you just do a little bit. And I got a perfect 1/4 inch seam. And you just go real slow. And this is so much better than manhandling a quilt at the domestic. Now, you can't go as far as without the ruler base, but it works fine. So let me get you down in here and show you. I've got a video. It's at powertoolswiththreadstore.com. I want to see if you can get in and see that that 1/4 inch seam. I might have to do it on the front. Oh, wrong way. This makes putting on a binding so easy. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's as far as I can go. So I'm going to stop it and then, needle down and move this. Okay, so I'm needle down and I'm going to roll the quilt. My ruler's in the way here. Oh. Crash. All right, so I'm going to have to rule it. I'm going to have to move it one more time before I can do the bottom edge. Bring you guys up again. Sorry about this. There we go. I got to do this. Tripod. There we go. I'm not stepping on the binding. No, it's on top of the table. So I have pin leaders, Peggy, but I put the magnet backings for the sew tights in here. So every 6 inches, there's a backing for a sew tight leader. I mean, a magnet. I had a lady who quilts for others And she bought this thing and she said it was amazing. So I was like, okay. I had a few people with long arms and then professional long armers, people who do it as a living, check it out before we went into production with it. This is moving. All right. I'm going to needle down. Stay put. I think I can come just a little bit further. That's about it. Okay, I got to come forward a little bit more. I don't want to go too far. I don't want to bend over that far. All right. So now comes the corner. I want to stop and do a 45 off the corner, just like I would on a domestic machine. And this ruler is designed so that if you stop with your foot right here, it's got this little piece. That's 1/4 of an inch away from the corner. And what I'm going to do, I'm taking this 45-degree angle right here and putting it on the edge of the quilt bottom. And then I'm going to make a mark, kind of should be on the backing fabric, but I didn't have enough. We're going to be in the batting. So I can see where I need to stop. And what I do, show you here at the corner, what I do is I'm going to put the edge, the inner edge of the end right on the edge of the bottom of the quilt. So it will stop 1/4 of an inch away. Right there. And then I'm going to needle down just to hold it in place. And then because I have the 45-degree mark, I can put that parallel here. I've got it, the 45 right on the edge of the bottom of the quilt, and then I can go off and to my 45. Okay. That's how you do that. I'm going to hold that down. There. I just can't stand manhandling quilts at the regular sewing machine. So again, I'm doing a giveaway for Friday. Red, wear red. This is, I don't know. I can't say it. Shafrakani by French General for Moda. Jelly roll. How about that? Very nice. Out of my stash. I bought it at the Fat Quarter Shop. Just for you. U.S. shipping only, please. Yeah, hashtag power tools. Let's see how many we got so far. I know this is boring today. 319. Okay. I know I'm being boring today, you guys, but I got to get this done. I just do not have the time to do this. So I'm going to pull the needle up and I'm going to move this out of the way. The problem is I'm short on backing fabric. And let me see if I can do this. I don't know. Just hold still. So I'm going to use my little plastic template now and put this on the edge, point on the quilt. I need some table. There we go. And fold that at a 45 against the edge of the plastic template. Crease that, and then I bring it and fold it over on a 90. I get a nice pretty miter. That's a technique from Karen Brown. Okay. Excellent. We are right on the edge of that fabric, and that's great. Okay. I'm going to come back over here, pull this up, and I just make sure that I'm a quarter of an inch away, and I'll anchor that down and go backwards a little bit. Okay. I need my grips on this. To go horizontal, I need my grips. Oh my gosh. This batting is a wool bamboo from Loft Supply. Love Loft Supply. Not a fan of this batting. Tis very shifty. Very, very shifty. All right. What do I do with my ruler? Got my template right here. My ruler's right here. I'm good. Can I adjust my long arm higher so I'm not bending over? It's kind of as high as it can get. And I'm thinking about getting some of those bed block type things. Don't they make those for long arms? All right. Now, but see, I'm 5'9", so that's part of the issue. There we go. Okay. I'm going to put clips over here. Yeah. Did I load all 3 layers of quilt on top front bar? No. So the way they have you do this is you put this is your backing bar, and this is your front, this is your top bar, the bar for the top. And I didn't float it. Now what I should have done was what I did for Home Again, that big orange and white quilt, was to stabilize it before I got going. And I didn't. And that would have definitely helped with the shifty batting. You know, here this is this beautiful quilt I'd worked for months on. And I did something different than the norm. Bring you with me. Don't you love no pins? Oh my goodness. So what I'm doing is I'm making sure the edge of the binding is right here on the edge of the fabric, and the end of that foot is even with that. Now, if you sew on the back and wrap around to the front, this doesn't work. I imagine you could use this at a sit down. If you want it, I guess. I don't know. Okay. Coming over here to the other corner. Let me see. I can't pull you guys with me too far because I've got cables that are limiting what I can do. Yeah, the cutie, it will work on a cutie frame, sure. I know gadgets cost money, my friend, but I'm all about easy. This is, to me, the bottom of the quilt is the hardest to align it and get it right. I don't know why. You would think it would be the easiest since it's right here in front of me. But I do the sides better. The top is hard too. Maybe it's just the horizontal that I find difficult. I need to mark my corner again with my ruler since I'm here. Well, let's see, this way. Kaylee is asking if all long arms have an acrylic table. That's called a ruler base. And there are different models of ruler base for their long arms specific. So it just completely depends. But yes, most long arms should be able to get some kind of ruler base because ruler quilting is so popular. And you really need that ruler base in order to, let me get this right on the edge of the quilt right there so I can sew off at the right angle. Right there. I gotta put my 45 even here. Yeah, so you should be able to get a ruler base for any long arm that's on the market. All right, ruler up, needle up. Where's my template? Oh, strings, my goodness. Lock this down now that I've got my miter fold. Okay. All righty. You shorties need to stick together. You got the sew tight sewn into the leaders. Good, great. That's awesome, Fred. Yeah. Oh, Jane, sorry. Yeah. So those sew tights, these things, oh my gosh, you guys. Talk about quick loading a quilt. It's amazing. They're amazing. Just amazing. And so my pockets on mine in the leader edges are, they're 6 inches wide. And that ruler, the magnetic backing is 4 inches. And that allows you to slide back and forth when you get to the ends, when you're down like right here, you know, and you can push that last one over to make sure you've got enough sitting on top of the edge of the fabric and the batting and backing. So I've heard of using fusible thread. Yeah. You took a class with Jamie Wallen. Wow. Oh, you broke your ruler base. Oh my goodness. Kathy Ann, you are. I thought you're supposed to take it off when you do free motion quilting. Yeah, you are. What happened to my microphone? Well, my computer laptop doesn't want to recognize it. So sorry about that. All right, I'm going to go up this edge. Right here. I got to unclip. Whoa. I got backing fabric under these now. That's easy. All right. We're going to the coast next weekend. Y'all see Bonnie in here in the Stitchuation Room. She and her husband are bringing their motorhome down, and they're going to have the annual crawfish festival. We have the best time. Lots of fun on that. All right. Whoop. Gotta come back. I slipped a little bit on that one. Let me get this right. Okay. Once you get the knack of this, just like with anything, right? Whoop. I'm doing the Frankenstein monster today. I have a link for 15% off of Sew Tights. So I keep that below every video. It's there all the time. You guys can always get 15% off of Sew Tights. I'm surprised at how much I use them in my sewing room. Because, I mean, I use them to, if I'm going to be, doing something, even with embroidery, I use them all the time for embroidery. Let's see here. Whoa. Oh, shoot. I didn't put my needle down. Oops. See that? All right. Oops. Let me tighten this up. You got to put your needle down, Becky. Right there. There we go. You can fix it. Not a problem. That's how I'm going to break that ruler. Okay. No, I went too far. Yep, you guys are doing good. Okay. This thing needs a piece of bright tape on it so I can see it. Need to bring it back just about an inch. Right, like that. Okay. Okay. I got this upside down. All right. What you guys doing? Betty Boop, somebody asked me about getting that Dulce pattern that's on that you told me about. You can write to them and they will give it to you in an embroidery design. So that's cool. Yes, ma'am, L. Faber. When I first started long arming, how long did it take me to get used to long arm quilting? Years. It took me years. It really did. A lot of it was because you really need to know your own limitations. Okay. So I'm not a doodler. And I bought a sit down the first time. I'm going to sit down right now. My back hurts. Hold on. I bought a sit down machine and it was a mid arm. Oh. And I just thought, because I had watched so many videos on, oh, just move the machine and do this. And I bought books on different designs you could make. And I practiced and I did all this stuff. And it wasn't something I could do. I just could never get it so that the flow and everything, it's a muscle movement repetition that I just did not have. And I just couldn't get it. So then I bought the King Quilter, which was the first one. And that machine was an old Tin Lizzie, that first King Quilter. If you peeled the labels off and looked under the hood, it was an old Tin Lizzie. And Sewing Machines Plus had put automation on it with the Butler software. And there was little to no education on the Butler at all, because once I realized I'm not going to be able to manually do this, and I even tried pantographs, you guys. I tried cheater cloth. Cheater cloth is it'll have prints on it that look like pantograph designs, and then you can just follow the lines until you get good, to practice. I just could not get that. I just couldn't do it. It drove me crazy. So I bought the Butler automation. And it was probably a good 3 years before I could actually figure out what I was doing with that Butler automation. I would just stare at it and try to figure it out and play with it. And I really had trouble with that for various reasons. I even went to a Butler dealer at Houston Quilt Festival one year. I knew she was going to be there. And so I went up to her and I said, how do I fix this problem? Right? She couldn't give me an answer. And her friend said, well, you got to put this, you got to figure out this number and add that number and keep those numbers by your, and it took me years. That was to advance the quilt. And it took me years to actually it forced me to become pretty good at knowing where the pattern's going to land on the, knowing where the pattern is going to land exactly on the quilt as the automation goes on. So it takes a while. Okay. But then I switched to a 21. I had the 21X Elite from Grace and the QCT software. And I really liked that. That was fine. And then my time with them finished, and Sewing Machines Plus reached out. And where'd I get this? This is from Sew Tights. This they marketed it as a pin holder, and I'm like, no, I got to have a magnet on my shirt. I love having them here, and that's another muscle memory thing. I just reach for my snips; they're always right here. So I like that. You had to take a beer and then turn that machine on 19 years. They're intimidating. They take a little bit of time to get, and you'll find that the quilt will have the long arm that you get, it'll have its own personality, and you'll get it. You'll get it. It just takes a little bit. So I would not be without one. I'm too much of a DIYer. I just would not be without a long arm. And, I started small and worked my way up. I wish I would never have purchased that sit down machine, because it's not something that I could do. Now I sold it, and, so it wasn't a total loss, but it taught me that that's not something that I can do. So again, know your own limitations. And a lady wrote me and was asking, because the Butler software automation is thousands of dollars cheaper than Pro Stitcher. And I have Pro Stitcher on here. So I should put a magnet on my ruler to put on that long arm machine. Oh, yeah. So where was I going before I read that comment? You think it had scissors with it, Patsy? Lynn, you call yours quirks. I call mine. It has its own personality. Yeah. You just have to get used to it. Is it strong enough to hold over the shirt and the bra strap to help from? Yeah. So this is pulling on mine. I don't have. No, it's not. You could, depending on the thickness of your bra strap, I think. So, and I know. So the Butler was thousands of dollars cheaper than the Pro Stitcher, but this lady said she was going to start quilting for others. And because of the amount of free education on Pro Stitcher that is on YouTube, I recommended she just get Pro Stitcher, and it will pay for itself in short order. It's a business expense if you're going to start your own business. So, because you can make good money, doing this. If you go in and purchase the long arm and the machine and the automation and all that, and the frame and all that for quilting for others, it'll pay for itself 2-3 years, maybe. The lady who was doing it at Scrappy Quilter, when Scrappy closed, that's my old local quilt store in Shirts, Texas. When Scrappy closed, all of the people who had quilts and whatnot, she took all their stuff and took it to her house. She lives a couple streets over from me. And she has work. She has tons of work to keep her busy. Her husband just passed, and the quilting is keeping her sane too. So you have the Surefoot for your handy quilter. It works nice. Yes, I know. They're wonderful. So, if you're thinking about a long arm, now I've had several different long arms. For the price point, this 18 King Quilter II is fantastic. It's great. And you can always get, deals on it whenever they do their festivals or whatnot. So, and so this is from Sewing Machines Plus out of California. They can ship this out of state. So you can, no matter where you live, you can get it. And they wholeheartedly support whatever you might need on this. So I bought the, yes, our sweet Elaine. That's right, Pam. Yeah. Mary says, and I just did it. That was me. Mary, thank you. Yeah. Mary Solomon. She just bought one of these. It glides like glass on this frame. This is the first frame I've ever had where you actually have the belt mounted. See this blue? That blue strip right there? That's the belt. And that's, can you see that? Or is it too far away? There it is. See the blue belt? Yeah. And it's mounted directly on the frame. I've never seen that before. So that's pretty cool. And this frame, I love how it works. I love it. So I wanted to get the casters for it because I tend to move things around in here quite a bit. So I may be doing that. Is that a Handy Quilter frame? It does not have the name Handy Quilter on it, Teresa. But I bet if you looked at the Studio 2 frame and this frame from Sewing Machines Plus, I don't know how much difference you would find. How's that for an answer? Okay. No, it's not the gallery. No, not at all. Not at all. Yeah, it's what's the advantage of a 12-foot frame? Dee Dee, if you are going to be making, if you're going to quilt for others, then you want to get a 12-foot frame because somebody might bring a ginormous quilt your way. Plus, depending on the types of quilts that you do, you can load 2 at once, you know, and so you can get, because loading takes an hour. Well, it shouldn't, but raise the camera to what? Paula, what can't you see? Because I see me just fine. Yeah. Yeah, you need king size quilts. If somebody comes in with a king size quilt, you definitely need a 12-foot frame for that because a king size is 108 plus whatever they added to it, right? So the Pro Stitcher Lite will work on your machine and you're thinking about it very strongly. Yeah, Kathy Ann, I love Pro Stitcher. Now, I'm not a dealer. I don't know the difference between Pro Stitcher Premium and Pro Stitcher Lite, but I've got the Premium and I love it. And I just got the little finger mouse for it to be able to mark my multi-point around applique. So, oh, good, Kathy Ann. Yeah, Sewing Machines Plus is very helpful. The salesperson confirmed, like Studio 2. Yes, it's like that. But it's not marked as a Studio 2. But so it's great. All right, you guys, last call. Mary said, call to order because you can get free stuff if you ask. Yes. A lot of times they'll honor deals that like they did during a festival or something if they were going to throw in some thread or whatever they were going to do. So call and see what kind of deal you can get on them. Did I ever join the monthly subscription? No, I did not. I haven't done that. So last call for Power Tools, hashtag Power Tools, you guys. We're going to do the giveaway. US shipping only, please. And last call. That's right, Dave. Well, how does it go? You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and poll for a winner. Let's do this. I'm going to share my screen. And there we go. How many do we have? 458 and 9. Go. So let's see what we got. Lori Colgan. Congratulations, Lori. That's awesome. Good for you. Shoot me an email, powertoolswiththread@outlook.com, and give me your home mailing address, and I will get this in the mail to you. If not today, then Monday. But that's awesome. Good for you. Congratulations. Mary, I'm glad you were happy with their salesperson. Yeah, that's wonderful. Yeah, Lori, send me an email. All right, you guys. Well, have a great weekend. Enjoy yourself. If you are starting on Happy Halloween, good luck with that. And just make sure. Okay, awesome. Well, it was wonderful spending time with you. Thank you for helping. I'm going to finish this up now because I've started it. So I've got to do this. This will be my 20 minutes to get this done today. And then I'm back onto the Happy Halloween stuff. So, all right, y'all, have a wonderful weekend. And see me Sunday, 4 p.m. Central for the next live. And then we'll be back in the Stitchuation Room on Monday. All right. We'll talk to you soon. You guys go sew something. Bye.